Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, March 27th. We're looking at window traders market profile of the ES and NQ. First off, I just want to start. For those of you who follow me, you see there's a link to Traderify, which is one of the prop firms out there. I'm affiliated with them. I'll be going live with them trading April 14th, I believe. The reason I'm recommending them is by far, as far as I've seen with any of these firms, their customer service is excellent, and their payouts, they approve and send payouts same day basically. So if you ever have any interest in trading one of those, click on my link that's on these videos every day. Thank you. Okay, next we talk about our hump levels. Well, yesterday the daily came into balance in both ES and NQ. So if we take out yesterday's low, we'll be down. So in ES, 43 is a big time hump level for me to keep in balance. The next one would be the gap fill at 22 and a quarter. Those are two important levels the bulls need to defend, because if they don't, not only will you be down, you'll be smack in the middle of this previous balance with the possibility of reaching the bottom of it. Don't forget, ES never filled its rollover gap. They came close but never filled it. So in ES's case, for the bulls, that's what they need to defend. For the bears, it's 90.75. 57, 90.75 would be their hump level, because that's the lower end of the upper distribution. You start getting acceptance in there, and value could turn to overlap into higher. In NQ's case, it's also yesterday's low. 45 is their hump level, and 9.74, which is their gap fill. For the bears, now they were a triple distribution. So the first one would be 166 and then 227. You don't want bulls getting acceptance into the upper distribution. So now, again, those are early levels this morning. Will they change? Sure, they can change depending on how the MGI starts forming. Okay? But for now, those are very important levels. Okay? And that's excluding, for now, the overnight highs and lows. Right? So, I mean, if you get the overnight lows, well, not only did you take out one of the hump levels on the downside, you have a good chance of getting the other one. Don't forget, ES and SPY had poor lows yesterday, not NQ. Righty also held the trend day, one tick in D period. Now, I'm still calling them a 3-day balance. Because they had an inside day the previous day, some people might say they're already down, and that's fine. If they take out yesterday's low, they're automatically down to me anyway. We're all holding our gap still. So, although it was pretty much a very, very poor day by the bulls yesterday, it's still balanced. How they react to what happened to them yesterday is going to determine if we can come out of this balance to the upside, or if we do go to the downside, is it over, at least short term, for the bulls, and another failure at the 200-day moving average? Those are all questions you have to ask yourself as the day progresses. Okay? If we open in the lower distribution and get some consolidation, there's going to be a lot of chop. All right? So just keep that in mind if that was to occur. Can you long the overnight yesterday's lows to see if they stay in balance? Sure you can. However, the overnight lows are pretty far away from yesterday's lows, so you're not going to wait for that long. You're going to have to use a point total as you're out. Okay? And pretty much the same with the overnight high, especially in NQ. You want to front run it to see if we stay in the lower distribution, that's fine. But you're going to need a point total, maybe it's F's low, to see if you want out of that short. ES, you're going to need a point total. You're not going to take the heat all the way up to where the single prints are or where they fill. These are early plays. Join this trading room. You're going to be walked through what we're looking at for 6.5 hours a day. And then chart-wise, just going to show you the daily, because right now, that's the one we should be focusing on. 3-day balance, 200-day moving average still a major factor. Great range yesterday, which was totally unexpected after Tuesday's action, but the volume only 52 million. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.